right, Rockhurst hockey fans, give me a sign if you're out there. We're trying our first YouTube link tonight. Just hit a like, hit something. Not sure if this is even getting through. We're definitely recording. So we have the Rockhurst JV versus the Ice Hawks.
I think this is the place to be.
This is the place to be. I can't tell if this is going out or not. Try pulling it up on your phone and let me know.
That would
Or if
be
Sabrina can. Yeah.
I don't know where she is.
I saw her down there somewhere. So I don't know if this is recording. It says I'm live. So be careful what you say.
So I just go on YouTube, right? Is it?
Yeah, you can go out onto Facebook. I put the link out there. So I've put the link out, but I don't get any feedback, so I don't know if I'm out there or not. But if you go out onto Facebook, you should be able to see the link. All right, there's the buzzer.
I never used this.
I think I'm live on. Yeah, go see if she's got it. All right, Rockhurst hockey fans, we still aren't quite sure what we got here, but we're trying our best to get onto YouTube. Saturday night, we are working on the JV game here. And you have your JV audio technician working here too. But we're going to do the best we can. Rockhurst breaking up. Heading to the center ice. Doesn't look like we're going to be having any festivities here. Rockhurst comes to center ice. Playing against the Ice Hawks. That would be the Blue Hawk Ice Hawks. Face off, won by Rockhurst, draws it back. Rockhurst bringing it up the sideboards. Face off to the left of the Ice Hawks goaltender. Yeah.
It's working fine. Picked up by Sports Center on ESPN.
Yeah. Ice Hawks dump it in. Back to Rockhurst. Rockhurst looking to break it out. Rockhurst coming through the neutral zone, 3-on-2. Here comes Rockhurst, bringing it down into the corner, puts the brakes on. Rockhurst right through the crease. Ice Hawks break it up. Rockhurst stops it, keeps it in the zone. Here comes Rockhurst circling around. Rockhurst trying to put some wood on it. Rockhurst with a shot blocked by the defense of the Ice Hawks. Rockhurst skating around, looking for that open man in front of the net. Ice Hawks break it up. Here comes the Ice Hawk coming back down the ice. Both teams changing personnel. Ice Hawks bringing in shot from the top of the circle. Save by the Rockhurst goaltender. Ice Hawks behind the Rockhurst net looking for a play. Ice Hawks try to push it out. Rockhurst breaks it up. Rockhurst sends it up the sideboards. Rockhurst along the side. Ice Hawks pick it up in the neutral zone. Dump back down. Rockhurst sends it all the way, tries to send it down. Blocked by the Ice Hawks. Ice Hawks coming over the blue line. Broken up by Rockhurst. Nice defensive play there. Ice Hawks try to send it in, but Rockhurst comes through the zone. Here comes Rockhurst, 1-on-0. Shot and a great save by the Ice Hawks goaltender. Wow. That was a great opportunity for Rockhurst. It was great to see Rockhurst create that opportunity. Get that shot on goal. Still trying to get my camera set here, everybody. So, face off to the left of the Ice Hawks goaltender. There's the face off. Rockhurst with a quick shot. Rockhurst circling around back to the point. Rockhurst dumps it in behind the net. Rockhurst chasing, quick shot on goal. That's the way Rockhurst needs to be playing. You see that goal, you got to shoot it. And Rockhurst getting after it. .958. Here comes Rockhurst circling around, looking for that pass, drops back to the point. Hard shot on net, just a little wide. Ice Hawks dump it down. Rockhurst chase, that'll be an icing. That'll come all the way back down into the Ice Hawks end. Face off to the right of the Ice Hawks net. Puck's dropped. Ice Hawks win it, but Rockhurst quickly takes it away. Fired at the Ice Hawks net. deflected up into the netting behind the Ice Hawks. Rockhurst trying to keep it in. Ice Hawks break it out. Here comes the Ice Hawks over the blue line. Coming into the zone. Rockhurst keeping it in. Here comes Rockhurst breaking it out of the zone. Rockhurst takes it down into the Ice Hawks zone. Ice Hawks knock it out. Rockhurst coming back around. Comes Rockhurst shooting it all the way around the boards. Rockhurst behind the net looking for a play. Centering pass just missed the net. Great play by Rockhurst to get that puck out. Just missed the net. Rockhurst holding it in. Ice Hawks finally break it out. Rockhurst not letting them develop a play. Here comes Rockhurst coming right back through the neutral zone. Rockhurst over the blue line with some speed. Ice Hawks break it up in front of the net, and the Ice Hawks goaltender has to smother that one. So we are at 7:28. As if you couldn't tell, I'm trying to do some multitasking here with the clock, the camera, and the game calling, which is any one of them is far beyond my ability, but I'm attempting to do all of it. Ice Hawks break it out. Rockhurst with a good hit along the boards. Ice Hawks coming in. Rockhurst coming back. A great defensive play. Ice Hawks looking to center it. Ice Hawks put it in front. Save by the Rockhurst goaltender. Outstanding save. And that deflection is quickly picked up by Rockhurst and brought down to the other end. Rockhurst offsides. Just a split second late there by Rockhurst. So I'm trying to remember to start the clock, stop the clock, all that stuff here. Rockhurst hits it out through the neutral zone. All right. Rockhurst from behind the net, quick shot out in front, saved by the Ice Hawks goaltender. Another quick shot by Rockhurst. Rockhurst definitely keeping the pressure on. Rockhurst behind the net, brings it out. Quick move by Rockhurst, trying to put it in. IceHawks goaltender needs to smother that one. Rockhurst, quick shot, deflected through traffic. Here comes the IceHawks, bringing it up through the neutral zone. They dump it. Down in behind the net, Rockhurst picks it up along the sideboards. IceHawks take it away. IceHawks with a quick shot and a score. And that will put one on the board for the IceHawks. So that'll be 5:05. .505 left in the first period. I'm working on my timer and my game calling here. Face off, won by Rockhurst, comes back to the defense. Rockhurst sends it up along the sideboards. Here comes Rockhurst, pressing down in to the IceHawks end. IceHawks down around behind their own net, stolen by Rockhurst. Rockhurst looking for a play. Rockhurst out in front of the net, quick shot. Rebound does not go in. Rockhurst from the point, long shot deflected through traffic. Here comes Rockhurst circling around from the back. Rockhurst with a high shot, batted down by the goaltender and saved. Rockhurst all over it. Great job by Rockhurst to fling that puck in there into the net. 4 minutes, 2 seconds left in the period. IceHawks coming through the zone. Rockhurst breaks it up. Good defensive play by Rockhurst. Fling it out along the sideboards. Rockhurst trying to bring it out. They get it out of the zone. Here comes Rockhurst coming through, looking for a backhand shot. They get it, but it goes wide. Big slap shot from the point by Rockhurst. Deflected by the goaltender. Here comes Rockhurst circling around from the slot, hits traffic, then another shot. Rockhurst puts it in the center of the ice, trying to bring it through. Broken up. Rockhurst with a long shot from the point, deflected by the IceHawk goaltender into the corner. Here comes Rockhurst from behind the net, passes it out, looking for that shot. IceHawks finally break it out. Rockhurst hustling back, slings it down in. That'll be an icing. So that'll come all the way back down to the Rockhurst zone. Face-off to the right of the Rockhurst goaltender. Puck is dropped. Won by Rockhurst. Rockhurst quickly brings it out of the zone, hustling down the ice. Rockhurst puts on the brakes, fights for it along the boards. Ice Hawks trying to dig it out. Ice Hawks send it down, and that will be an icing. So that comes all the way back down to the Ice Hawks end. Two minutes, 19 seconds left. Ice Hawks 1, Rockhurst 0. Rockhurst wins the face-off. Quickly moves it towards the goal. Doesn't get a shot. Here comes Rockhurst bringing it back in from the point. And a quick shot. And there's a goal by Rockhurst. Great move. Great move by Rockhurst coming in with a quick, high, hard shot up into the upper corner of the net. So we have 2 minutes, 8 seconds left. Face off at center ice. Score is 1-1. Rockhurst with a little change up there. Face off. Won by the Ice Hawks, but Rockhurst puts pressure on quickly. We have an offsides there. All right, had to take a little technical break there. Rockhurst coming back down, dumps back along the sideboards. A little back and forth there in the neutral zone. The Ice Hawks come out with it, taking it down into the zone, but Rockhurst all over them. Here comes Rockhurst up through the neutral zone. Rockhurst behind their own net. Ice Hogs on them. Rockhurst gets it out over into the neutral zone. Push it down. Here comes the Ice Hawks trying to break through. Rockhurst doesn't let them. Rockhurst all over them. Rockhurst gets it out into the neutral zone. Rockhurst keeping the pressure on, keep moving it forward. Here comes Rockhurst down into the zone, behind the net. Right in front of the net, and that will be the end of the period. So that is the end of period 1. All right, so this is my first attempt at running a scoreboard and calling the game. And if you haven't noticed, I'm not quite that coordinated yet. I'm trying. If anybody out there wants to jump in and give me a hand, I would certainly appreciate it. So, with one period down, IceHawks 1, Rockhurst 1. We'll be getting back out on the ice here shortly. And there's the buzzer indicating the end of the first intermission. Team switch side. Rockhurst in the dark blue jerseys. IceHawks in the light blue. And the second period is underway. Here comes Rockhurst coming in strong. Saved by the IceHawks. Puck just kind of dribbled in there. IceHawks forced to cover it up. So that face-off will be to the right of the IceHawks goaltender. There's the face-off. Back to the point. Good shot from the point by Rockhurst. Nice hard wrist shot. IceHawks had no choice but to cover that puck and sit on it. So another face-off. Won by the IceHawks. They draw it back to the defense, but Rockhurst is all over them. Rockhurst coming back. Here comes the IceHawks. They broke it up. IceHawks staying, Rockhurst staying on the IceHawks. Rockhurst sends it down into the IceHawks end. There's a dump and a chase. Rockhurst breaks it up from behind the net. They're still sticking with it. Here they go, stuffing it. And somehow the IceHawks goalie got on it, and the net got displaced as well. So we have 12 minutes, 18 seconds left. Face off right in front of the Rockhurst bench. Here comes Rockhurst with a shot. Quick shot, bounce, rebound, and it goes in. Rockhurst keeps on the pressure. They do not give up, and they get that puck in the net. So Rockhurst taking a lead, 2-1. Second period. 12 minutes, 10 seconds left in the second period. Rockhurst definitely keeping the pressure on. Rockhurst wins the draw, brings it back to the defense. Rockhurst up along the sideboards, coming through the neutral zone, 3-on-3. Rockhurst putting the pressure on, broken up by the IceHawks. The IceHawks coming out through the neutral zone. Rockhurst turns it right back around, sends it in. Back through the neutral zone, nice cross-ice pass there by Rockhurst. Here comes Rockhurst, looking for that pass. Rockhurst with a little fancy footwork there on the blue line. And a nice shot. Great shot by Rockhurst, goes wide of the net. Rockhurst creating a lot of opportunities. Here comes the IceHawks. They trip. They trip up, and Rockhurst picks up that puck. We're back and forth in the neutral zone here. And the IceHawks finally fling it down the ice, and that will draw an icing call, as I think both teams were looking to get recombobulated there, if that's a word. So that face-off will be to the right of the IceHawks goaltender. Ice Hawks pick up the puck, coming through the neutral zone, coming strong, looking for a shot. Long, hard shot all the way down. I do not have a great angle here, so unfortunately, I got to keep moving the camera around to get the angle. But that was a great save by the Rockhurst goaltender. Face off to the right of the Rockhurst goaltender. Face off, won by Rockhurst. Rockhurst bringing it out of the zone. Picked up by the Ice Hawks, sent back in. Here comes the Ice Hawks with a 2-on-1. Long shot from the blue line. Saved by Rockhurst, goaltender. Here comes Rockhurst over the red line into the neutral zone. 1-on-2. Weaving through traffic. Hits the pipe. Close shot. Rockhurst trying to move it in there. Big slap shot by Rockhurst from the point. Goes wide. Another shot by Rockhurst. Rockhurst keeping the pressure on. Scoreboard says 14 shots by Rockhurst. I think it's more. As Rockhurst has been keeping some great pressure on. Rockhurst sends it down around behind the net. Sends it out. Intercepted by the Ice Hawks. Ice Hawks trying to bring it over the red line. They get it over the red line, but Rockhurst quickly takes it away. Rockhurst trying to move it out, gets the pocket picked. Rockhurst up the sideboards. Long shot from the point by the Ice Hawks. Ice Hawks trying to take another shot. Rockhurst intercepting him. Does not allow them to get a shot. Seeing some really strong defense here by Rockhurst today, as they are just not letting the Ice Hawks develop a play or get a shot. Here comes Rockhurst coming down the ice. Ice Hawks trying to bring it through the neutral zone. Rockhurst takes control. Puck goes back around behind the net. Ice Hawks playing with it, trying to figure something out. They send it up sideboards, but Rockhurst doesn't let it get out of the zone. Rockhurst shoots, but hits traffic. Rockhurst coming from behind the net, tries to stuff one in there. Nice shot by Rockhurst. Good play as they tried to sneak one in from the side. Ice Hawks trying to bring it out through the neutral zone, broken up once again by Rockhurst. Rockhurst doing a great job of snuffing out everything that Ice Hawks are trying to do. Ice Hawks get it out, get it through the neutral zone. Big hit there by Rockhurst on the sideboards. Rockhurst bringing it down through the neutral zone again. Centering pass goes clear through the ice there. Rockhurst breaking it up in the neutral zone. Here comes the Ice Hawks across the blue line. Ice Hawks trying to center. Rockhurst breaking it up. Back to the Ice Hawks blue line. Rockhurst break it up along the sideboards. Here comes Rockhurst, 3-on-2. And they miscommunicate on the pass there. It's unfortunate, they had the advantage. Here comes the Ice Hawks. They dump it all the way down. Ice Hawks chasing, get there first. Back in the corner, Ice Hawks looking for a pass. Rockhurst breaks it up in front of the net. Rockhurst goes around behind their own net, looking to set up a play. Shot by the Ice Hawks wide. Shot by the Ice Hawks again. Ice Hawks putting some pressure on Rockhurst. Rockhurst needs to break up this momentum. Rockhurst chasing it into the corner. Ice Hawks try to pass it back to the point and they miss. And that puck goes all the way down. Ice Hawks with a long shot from the side. Ice Hawks bringing it into the corner. Rockhurst gets there first. Rockhurst behind the net. Rockhurst coming out from behind the net. Here comes Rockhurst over the blue line. Shot and a score. That is a score. Great goal by Rockhurst. Put that puck way up in the upper right-hand corner there, right over the goaltender's glove. As you can tell, I'm definitely struggling here to manage score clock. So 5 minutes, 10 seconds left in the second period. And this clock's not exactly working correctly. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left in the second period. Rockhurst takes a lead of 3-1. Rockhurst keeping the pressure on. Ice Hawks back behind their own net. Rockhurst keeping the pressure on. Good forechecking by Rockhurst. Here comes Rockhurst trying to put one in there. Rockhurst keeping great pressure on. Another save by the Ice Hawks goaltender. Ice Hawks send it all the way down. Looks like that will be an icing. I'm really sorry for you folks trying to watch at home. This camera angle just is not working. I'm gonna have to hold this by hand. Rockhurst loses the puck. Ice Hawks coming through, broken up by Rockhurst. Nice play. Ice Hawks put some pressure on. Rockhurst with a 3-1 lead. 2:53 left in the second period. Ignore what the score cam says. I'm just going to tell you. Ice Hawks with a long shot from the point goes wide. Rockhurst brings it behind the net, looking to break it out. Here comes Rockhurst up the sideboards through the neutral zone with some speed. Rockhurst putting pressure on. Great pressure by Rockhurst there. Two minutes, 24 seconds left in the second period. Rockhurst leading by a score of 3-1. Face off, won by Rockhurst. Rockhurst back to the point, trying to get a shot, deflected by the Ice Hawks. Here comes the Ice Hawks down the ice. Damn it. Slap shot. Broken up by the Ice Hawks. Rockhurst picks it up at mid-ice. Ice Hawks take it away. Long shot, way wider than that. Comes all the way back out to the point for the Ice Hawks. Rockhurst shoots it around behind the net. Rockhurst with a breakaway opportunity. Let's see who gets there first. Shot goes high and wide. Great opportunity there for Rockhurst. They just got to keep hustling, keep that pressure on. They'll get more of those. Here comes Rockhurst over the blue line. Looking for a shot, and it's a score. Great shot. Great score. So that puts Rockhurst up by a score of 4-1. Ice Hawks coming through, deflected. Less than 50 seconds left. Rockhurst bringing it through the zone. Shot by Rockhurst. Ice Hawks send it all the way down. Is that going to be an icing? No, it's not an icing. 26 seconds left in the period. Rockhurst trying to clear the zone. Ice Hawks turn it back. Here comes Rockhurst chasing the puck, but that's going to be an icing just over the end. So that'll come back down into the Rockhurst zone with 10 seconds left. Face off to the left of the Rockhurst goaltender. Clock's ticking down, 5 seconds left. And that will do it for the second period of play here. So there's the buzzer indicating the end of the second intermission. Rockhurst JV leading by a score of 4-1 over the Blue Hawk Ice Hawks. And I don't know what it is with this new camera setting, but it is not working. All right, we have a 13-minute period face-off. Rockhurst wins it, puts the pressure on, but the Ice Hawks turn it back the other way. Ice Hawks looking to bring in some pressure. Rockhurst bringing it around behind the net. Here comes Rockhurst over the red line in the center, bringing it down into the zone. Ice Hawks send it all the way down. Rockhurst gets there first. Rockhurst coming up the sideboards. Gets hit. Ice Hawks turning it around, intercepted by Rockhurst. Here comes Rockhurst through the neutral zone, picked off by the Ice Hawks. Ice Hawks trying to get a play going. Rockhurst won't let them. Rockhurst sends it all the way down the ice. That's going to come back on an icing call into the Rockhurst zone. So we have 11:25 left. There's puck drop. Won by the Ice Hawks. They shoot it in. Rockhurst picks it up behind the net. Rockhurst around behind the net trying to bring it up the sideboards. Rockhurst clearing it through the neutral zone. Ice Hawks chase. Quick shot by Rockhurst. Great save by the Ice Hawks goaltender. Gives up a rebound, but doesn't give up a goal. Here comes Rockhurst in behind the net. Ice Hawks battling for it. Ice Hawks with a shot from the slot. Great save by the Rockhurst goaltender. Rockhurst just fires it down the ice. Ice Hawks bring it around. Intercepted by Rockhurst in the zone, deep in the zone. Broken up by Rockhurst. Rockhurst still keeping the pressure on. Puts it back to the point. Rockhurst with a little dangerous play there. But they keep control. Back to the other point for Rockhurst. Here comes the Ice Hawks with a possible breakaway. Rockhurst hustles back. Great to see that back checking. Hustling back, take the puck away, and now here comes Rockhurst again. Rockhurst right in front with a shot. Goes wide. Rockhurst again with another shot. And the official, not sure what that was, but the official blew the whistle, and that puck was still bouncing around. So that did not go Rockhurst's way. I really think Rockhurst should have gotten the benefit of batting that puck around. 9 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third period. Rockhurst leading by a score of 4-1. Face-off. Goes into the corner. Rockhurst digging for it. Ice Hawks come out with it. Here they come through the neutral zone. Ice Hawks try to center it. Don't connect. Rockhurst picks that puck up. Rockhurst brings it around behind the net. Sends it down the ice. Tipped by the Ice Hawks. So no icing. Ice Hawks bring it up through center ice. Ice Hawks trying to come through. Here they come with a shot. Deflected high up into the glass. Ice Hawks with some good pressure there. .8:17 left in the third period. Rockhurst leading 4-1. There's the face-off. Rockhurst brings it back to their defense. Rockhurst coming up the boards, trying to get it out. Rockhurst breaks it out, keeping the pressure on. Coming through the neutral zone. Ice Hawks keep trying to break it up. Rockhurst just keeps on coming. Rockhurst with a long shot from the blue line. Sorry about that. This camera sucks. Rockhurst trying to make a move, taking off the puck by the Ice Hawks. Rockhurst sends it right through the crease. Comes the Ice Hawks trying to break it out. Rockhurst not letting them get a play together. Great forechecking by Rockhurst. Shot by the Ice Hawks, deflected wide. Long shot in from the point. Deflected by the Rockhurst goaltender into the corner. Back out to the point for the Ice Hawks. Ice Hawks with a shot from the top of the circle. And that's saved by the Rockhurst goaltender. We have 6 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. Rockhurst leading 4-1. Ice Hawks try to pass back to the point. They accidentally dribble it out. Comes the Ice Hawks chasing it down into the Rockhurst corner. Rockhurst right behind him. Doesn't let him get it out. No shot. Rockhurst gets it out of the zone. Rockhurst keeping on top of him. Rockhurst circling around behind their own end here. Bringing it up the sideboards with a lot of speed. Here comes Rockhurst behind the net, looking for that centering pass, and they outpass themselves, and the puck goes all the way down the ice. Rockhurst sends it around the sideboards up into the neutral zone. And there's a deflection, and that puck goes up into the sideboards. All right, we've got a timeout here. This may be the last time I attempt to use this clock and camera system, as it really is terrible. Teams have called timeout. Rockhurst leading 4-1. There's a face-off at center ice. Ice Hawks win it. They quickly bring it in, but Rockhurst breaks it up. Rockhurst up along the sideboards. Here comes Rockhurst pressuring. Rockhurst long shot from the point. Glove save by the Ice Hawks goaltender. Face off. To the right of the Ice Hawks goaltender. Rockhurst trying to center. Doesn't connect, but great attempt there. Rockhurst down in the corner digging for it. Rockhurst with long high shot goes wide of the net. Here comes the Ice Hawks through the neutral zone, looking for a play. Ice Hogs digging it out from behind the net, back to the point. Rockhurst not letting them get a shot. Rockhurst turns around, sends it up the sideboards. Rockhurst trying to clear it. They get it out of the zone. Get it cross ice. Here comes Rockhurst coming into the zone. Rockhurst taken out in the corner, but they recover. Rockhurst brings it out of their own zone. Back all the way back to the defense. Here comes Rockhurst moving over the blue line. Puts a tender shot in on goal. A little backhand there. So with 2 minutes, 40 seconds left in the game, Rockhurst back to the point, attempted shot, deflected by the Ice Hawks. Here comes the Ice Hawks with a 2-on-1 opportunity. Ice Hawks unable to capitalize on that. Great defense by Rockhurst. Rockhurst breaking it up, sends it around behind the net. Here comes Rockhurst over the blue line. Shot high, way high. Another shot. That puck deflected off the back glass, came right back to the Rockhurst player who took another quick shot. Ice Hawks sent it all the way down the ice, and that will be an icing. So